everybody. I hope everyone's doing well. Well, today is my Let's Talk Health Quest weekly update for you guys. Today is the 18th of February, and I'm here to finally do this. If you're watching it, it got up. I have been recording for you guys. I have, but I don't post them. They've been difficult, and I'm going to explain everything. The last time you guys seen me was January 31st. I'll put a link here if you want to check that out. So what we're going to do, how I'm going to do it, is I'm going to talk about what's been happening. Very, very brief, very, very short. And then I'm going to talk about me because this is my journey and I'm going to keep it on me. And then my way in, and then where we're going to go from here, what's going to be happening, da 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 da. Okay, it's been rough, guys. It's been tough. I have been making videos, some makeup videos and things like that. Makeup videos have been actually helping me distract my brain. It really, really has. And other things too. But when it comes to YouTube, they really help. But okay, so let me get right to this. I have some notes. I'm gonna be looking. Last year, June 12th of 2023, I made a video. I made a video for you guys, and I talked about my son Aiden, who's 22 years old. I talked about him. I said in that video that he opened up, and I understood. I learned of a lot of things, a lot of traumas, and we got him some help, and he was going, and he was doing better. But I did not realize he ended up dropping out. And so basically, it's just been getting hard for him. Okay. I talk to him a lot. When I come on here and I say things like, it was a tough week, it was a stressful week. That's what I mean, when it comes to my son. So I'm just going to say this, you guys. He finally last weekend, Sunday, Monday, he pretty much fell apart and some things transpired. Okay. Really, really hard things. And we were able to get him into a center. And so that is where he's at today. I will say on Monday morning at 1 a.m., it's when he called me and he was at a friend's and I needed to go pick him up, and I did. He was in no condition to drive emotionally. He was just emotionally, he was in dire need. My husband ended up picking him up, and anyway, got the ball rolling immediately. Called his insurance company. Now he wasn't. It wasn't here. We had to, or he, my husband had to travel. Okay, he wasn't here. It wasn't. His friend was not here. He had to travel when we had to find, or my husband had to find where the friend was. So it took him a while to get back home and things like that. But he had already been on the phone with his insurance company. This is like, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then finally around 5, he ended up calling back, pulled over and to call insurance places to get the ball rolling. And I'll just say on Tuesday, this was Tuesday in the morning. I'm sorry. This was, he left Sunday to his friends. And on Tuesday, 1 a.m. is when I got the call from him. Okay. By 6:30 that evening, we had secured a center for him. They met, the lady and my son met, and she evaluated him, and right away. Okay, so that's just where he's at. I will say now we're going to kind of shift to me. We'll talk about how this has all affected the actual journey that I'm on here, to get healthy, to reduce stress and all this stuff. That night, it was 6:30. At this point, my husband was up from like whatever time it was that my son called, around 1 in the morning on Tuesday. He was already running like, no sleep basically, and he hadn't eaten. I was, with my son that day, talking with him and because of what transpired. But when we got the call that we got a place for him, I will tell you that I kind of sort of went, a little bit. And I told my husband, I go, well, you going to eat? Would you want me to make some eggs, And anyway, make this long story short, we ate out. He went and picked us up something to eat. We ate out. And he just went to Raising Cane's, and I ate out. It was the first time that I've done that since going to the retreat. And I didn't do it, honest to goodness, I didn't do it because I was tired and stressed. Honestly, I did it because I wasn't in the mood to cook. I was tired in that respect. But if I would have had anything in my refrigerator, I would have really would have got that. I would have. But there was nothing. And I was tired. I was emotionally stressed. And so my husband goes, "Do you want me to go to In-N-Out?" I was going to be with my son Aiden, and I'll go to In-N-Out. When we go eat out at In-N-Out, you guys, in the evening like that, it takes 1 hour, approximately 1 hour to an hour and 10 minutes to even get your food. I said, no, no one's here for that. So he goes, "Okay, do you mind if I just go grab something to eat?" And he went and got Cane's. So I did. I ate Cane's, and that is okay. That is okay. Anyways, the next day on Wednesday, we had already planned on Valentine's Day to have my granddaughter that day. It was already planned before the weekend thing happened. It was already planned. My son Aiden was going to go with us to dinner with my grandbaby. Not dinner, we were going to do a brunchy thing or like a lunch thing before the Valentine's Day crowd went in because my grandbaby's only 3.5 and so she's rambunctious. I was gonna call my oldest and say, you know what, I can't get her. I was gonna explain everything that was happening, but I kept holding off. I kept holding off because the kids really needed that to be with her, and I just kept thinking, just hold off. And so when the call came in at 6:30 that my son, the insurance and everything got through, and he was going to be going on Thanksgiving Day at 7 a.m. I didn't call my son, and so we had my grandbaby. We went out to eat with her, and I stuck to it. I had 3 patties with Kobe Jack cheese and a side of broccoli. We went to a restaurant, and so I was really proud of myself. Now I wanted some fries. I did. I wanted some fries, and I thought, you know what, with everything going on, just grab your fries, who cares? But what I did was I said, I told myself, you know what, get full, eat your food, see what happens. And if you still want something, then eat it. And that's what I did. And I ended up getting full. I couldn't even finish the meal. And so I didn't have any fries. It was a surreal kind of a day for me. Well, I'm going to keep it on me, but it was a surreal kind of a day because obviously my son was supposed to be there, and you go from boom, boom. The other thing is on Thursday, I didn't do anything. I didn't want to do anything. I think everything just sort of hit me, like not hit me, but I think it's just, I don't know. I don't know. Things could have been bad, and you think of all these outcomes that could have happened and with his mental state, and I lost it. And Thursday was bad, and I just checked out a little bit. I didn't do much, and my husband stayed home. He took the whole week off, and he too just sort of decompressed as well. But I stayed on my ketovore and did really good. On Friday, we realized we were alone, my husband and I. It was the first time we've ever been alone. But what started happening was I noticed I slept. You don't realize, like, because we would take turns to be up when my son would come home from work to make sure he's home, make sure, you know what I mean? Like, it got to that point within the last 2 to 3 weeks. But we realized we slept. We slept. Nobody, we just, oh my gosh. It was crazy. Anyway, my husband on Friday when we woke up, we realized we're all alone. My son went to school. My daughter went with her boyfriend. She needed to go away and decompress, so they went and did something. And my husband and I looked at each other and we were like, because we weren't even able to go out much. Somebody needed to be home, kind of thing. And so he says, let's go out. And I said, no, I don't really want to. And I really didn't. I was putting my makeup on Friday and I really didn't want to. I was like, no. He goes, let's go. And we did. We went out. And then the next day on Saturday, again, we were sort of like alone. He goes, you know what? Let's go for a drive. And this time it was just, We just we just took off, and I stuck to my keto this whole time, other than Tuesday, the 13th. And I really would have probably stuck to it. Like I said, if there was some leftovers, and like I know eggs and bacon I can whip up, but trust me, guys, trust me. Yeah. So I'm good with that. I'm good. And as of today, as of right now, the only thing I can say as far as my son is, I will just say this, okay? He will be in, now that he's been there since Wednesday, we do know that he will be in there longer. They extended his stay because he needs the 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 the, the therapy, the intense therapy, and that's it. Okay. How I feel about it is relief. I miss my son tremendously, but I understand that this is what needs to be. I cry, when I need to cry, in the moments I need to cry, and I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I am. I do have inflammation due to the amounts of stress. I do. I'm not moving as much. Recently, in these couple of days, I did, but just sitting there talking and stress and all that, I do have some inflammation, and I can just imagine if I would just eat whatever I wanted. And I'm so grateful that this keto for me has really, because it knocks off cravings as it is, it really shifts you from carb addicted and carb wanting and fuel to your fat fuel. It sort of, it's helping that the diet itself is helping me to stay focused. It's not just my own will power, my own desire, but the nature of the diet for me, because it does curve it for me, it doesn't let me crave it, is good. Is really, really good. So we're going to move on. We're going to talk about the weigh-in real quick. Okay, let's get to the weigh-in. So on January 31st, when I came, I was weighing in at 181.2. That's what I weighed, 181.2. And then on the 4th, I did weigh in. I did make the video, but I couldn't post it, guys. It was just so rough. And I came in at 180.6. So I was so close to 179, very, very close. The following Sunday was the 11th, and that's, like I said, it's been a progression for three weeks in particular. I just couldn't weigh in. I just couldn't do it. And so I have a question mark. No weigh in, okay? So couldn't do it. So now this Sunday, the 18th, okay? I'm going to put it here. All right, so I'm up 182.6. So that is a 2-pound increase. And the truth of the matter is, guys, I feel it. I feel the inflammation. And honestly, it has nothing to do with the food, because with the food, I am doing it. I am doing it. Okay. Other than that one day. In fact, let's go back. Let's go back to the 6th, Tuesday the 6th. Okay. Tuesday the 6th. I went out with my girlfriend. We went out to dinner. Okay. And I stuck with it. I stuck with it. I ate, I ordered a la carte, and I said, okay, can I have just some patties and da 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 da? And they were like, sure. And I did it. I did it. So we went out to dinner. I did talk to her about my son. So it was good for me to go out then too. But yeah, that's where I'm at. I am at 182.6. And the truth of the matter is, like I said, I feel it. I feel so inflamed, so inflamed. And that's just stress. Stress for me with this journey was about reducing stress. I knew that was going to be key because I am chronically stressed. I'm always in flight or fight mode. My body goes into that mode right away. Cortisol, insulin, fat storing cells, fat storing mechanism, and you're not going to lose weight. You're just not. So I know this is temporary for me. I'm good with that. It's a plateau for me, and that's okay as long as I keep going. Let's move on to the what we're gonna do for this week. What it looks like for me in terms of where I'm at. I will say this because on this coming Wednesday it'll be 1 week that my son's been at the center, and so what's now that I know it's going to be probably another two more, approximately another extra 2 weeks. But I know for sure one, but they're talking about two. This week, I am going to focus because it's different now that he's been in the center for a while and we've talked to the people we need to talk to. We know what's going on. And my mindset now is not one of like, I miss him, and I do, but I realize what is needed. You know what I mean? Like, my mindset is a little bit different. So this week, I think when it comes to me and in my journey, I want to focus in on just moving more. I want to lift some weights, but I want to start from the beginning a little bit. I don't think 10 pounds right now I can do. So I'm going to start with lower weights and just work my way back slowly. I feel like if I do that simultaneously while my son is getting the help he needs, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, like I'll be ready for him, healthier for him, you know? That's the way I'm looking at it. So let's see if I can reduce some inflammation. I can't say focus on my keto because I've been doing it. I'm like I said, this particular way of eating, I'm so grateful because it's really helped me stay focused just by the nature of what happens to the lack of craving. You know what I mean? And because I've been at it now for 7 months, I've solidified that. So it feels really, really good. And so that's what I'm going to be doing this week. So that's where we're at. That's what's been happening. But I am very grateful. The way my son was able to go in as quickly as he did is definitely God sent. If I could tell you, oh my goodness, you guys would be in agreeing with me that it just all transpired exactly how it's supposed to be for him to be where he's at right now. Honestly, because typically it would not happen like that. Not. And she explained, the lady there explained that he really, really is fortunate the way it just. And to me, as a Christian, I just know that it's a blessing, So anyway, that's where we're at. Sleeping a little bit more better these days. My husband actually finally got some sleep himself. So we're sleeping. My other kids are extremely worried, but also relaxed a little bit more because they know he's in a good place, Anyways, that is it, my friends. That is everything for now. I will keep you guys updated and we'll come back. And this week, I'm just going to try and stay focused like I've been doing. But I mean more like moving more, things like that. I feel so much different. Like I could see a different outcome, good, positive. All right, my friends, that is it. I will talk to you all very, very soon. Take care.